You cannot go to your favorite gym during the lockdown, can you? So how about the idea of bringing the gym home and also carrying it in your pocket wherever you travel in the future? So in today's video, we're going to look at the top benefits of using a resistance band to do your complete full body workout while you're at home. Hi, hello friends, this is Biju Balan, a certified functional trainer from Indian Institute of Sports Medicine, a professional cricketer and a fitness enthusiast. During 1990s, surgical tubings were used by physiotherapists for rehabilitating their clients, mainly for stretching, mobility, and strength conditioning. Eventually, this became a resistance band or an elastic band and found its way to all the physio locations. Later, it found its way to all the gyms and fitness studios as part of gym equipments. And today, this is a very handy and a great tool for home-based gyms and home workouts. These resistance bands are nothing but a thicker form of a standard rubber band. So just like a rubber band, when you elongate this rubber band towards one particular direction due to its elasticity in nature, it creates a resistance and creates a force onto the opposite direction. Now that opposite resistive force creates a stress on a particular target muscle group, thereby enabling that muscle group to develop more strength over a period of time. So that way, this tool can be actually used as a replacement for a standard weights like dumbbells, or it can go as a complement, as in an additional weight for your existing weight training with dumbbells or with barbells. So these resistance band comes under different names. So there are resistance bands, elastic tubes, physio tubes, stretch tubes, a resistance loop, and there could be many more varieties. By and large, everything is same in nature. It's basically a material made of rubber with elasticity in nature to create a resistive force. Now that resistive force is measured in terms of an equivalent weight that it can generate. So it can be anything varying from a 2 kilogram to go up to about 45 kilograms, so depending on the thickness of this particular band. Obviously, the thinner it is, lesser the resistance, so thereby lesser the weight equivalent. The thicker it is, more resistance, so obviously it is equivalent to more weight. So the range could be anything between 2, 3, 5, 7, 15, 25 or 45 kilogram, depending on the brand and depending on the type of band that you're buying. Most often they're also color coded. Lighter the color, it is usually lesser the resistance and lesser weight. Darker the color, it is usually more resistance, more thicker and more weight. Now the best part of this particular weight that we are referring to is only at the maximum point. That is, when it is stretched to its maximum limit, then it generates an equivalent weight of, let's say, 2 kilos or 5 kilos or 15, 25 or 45. But if you don't elongate to the fullest length and you are only creating a limited range depending on your own strength level, then it is going to actually create a varying weight lesser than the maximum limit. So if you buy a 15 kilo equivalent and if you're not really pulling to its maximum, this is going to create a varying weight equivalent. Thereby, you can actually use it as a variable load by varying the resistance and slack and address different muscle groups. Just like you would pick up different dumbbell weights for different target muscle groups. So if you want a lesser weight, reduce the resistance and elasticity, and if you want more resistance and more load, increase its stretch limit. So this adaptability is one of the biggest benefits that you can derive from resistance band. Next benefit that you derive from the bands are that when you elongate to one particular direction, it usually creates and force exactly to the opposite direction. Unlike a standard weight like a dumbbell or a barbell, most often the force is towards gravity down to the floor, but that's not the case with an elastic band. So when you pull from different directions, the load is going to act exactly to the opposite direction. So thereby you can actually end up simulating different angular loads for your target muscle group, which is slightly difficult when it comes to standard weight training, wherein the force acts almost towards the gravity onto the floor, right? Now that's the reason why this helps a great deal when it comes to injury rehabilitation in specific, but then the same techniques you can start applying in your standard strength and conditioning as well. The next benefit that you can derive is for the same reason, because it creates an opposite directional load, it gives you a better eccentric control and thereby you can activate more muscle. What it means is that when you pull a weight towards you, your muscle go into a concentric phase, it shrinks and shortens. And when you push this weight away from your body, you go into an eccentric phase or a negative phase where your muscle actually expands. Because the weight training involves using the gravity, not putting major efforts in pushing this weight away from you unless otherwise you consciously slow down and pushing the weights down. Right? But wherein in case of a resistance band, because of its elasticity nature, obviously you will not let it loose. So you will gradually let it go very slowly back to its original position. So thereby the negative phase of the training will take a little extended duration. So thereby that also is giving you an extra resistance. Not only during the concentric phase, even the eccentric phase or the negative phase also gives you that extra resistance. Thereby it activates a lot more muscles within. The next benefit is that the load that is created by the resistance band actually is spread across a group of muscles. So thereby it goes pretty easy on your joints. Unlike a regular weight training where you are lifting dumbbells or barbells, the joints acts as a lever when you are lifting a weight which is slightly far away from your body towards you, right? Of course, here also joint acts as a lever, but at least the impact, the load that is going on to all the joints in particular, because of this kind of a weight based on resistance, is pretty less as compared to a regular weight training. So this means for a beginner, you can actually reduce down your injury probability until you gain strength with this before you move into the actual weight training. So for a beginner, this could be a stepping stone and used as a replacement for free weights and pretty much cover your full body with this resistance band and gain strength, avoid the injury probability, and then move on to a free weight training once you are fine with this. And for intermediary and advanced people, this can act as a complementary weight while they're actually doing a free weight based training. So you can add up this band to the dumbbells or to your barbells and do your standard formats of training, while apart from your weights, the free weight, this also creates an extra resistive load. So that helps a great deal. The next benefit is that because this is very, very light in nature, even this falls on your feet, you're not going to get hurt by accidental injury. But remember, this still has this elasticity. So don't leave it. You may snap and break your nose. The next benefit is that you can avoid cheating yourself by using your own momentum. You would have seen people lifting weights using their hips or an additional muscles to really build up that momentum because they are really not able to lift that particular weight, right? Because this doesn't have a self weight, it is pretty thin, pretty light, you have to invariably use a particular targeted muscle group only without using a momentum. You really can't do a momentum-based workout with a stretching band. It's pretty difficult. So you will have to really put your efforts on the targeted muscle group with a lot of focus. The next benefit is that this can be used as an assistive tool, not really a complementing weight, but an assistive tool. So if somebody is struggling to do a pull-ups, pull your own body weight up, you can still use this resistive band by connecting to your pull-up rod and locking down onto your feet, so that because of this elastic nature, you're going to get some natural help to take your body up the pull-up bar. Likewise, in other exercises, this can be actually used as an assistive tool where you don't have a partner, you don't have anybody to help you to lift yourself or lift some extra weights. So that gives a little bit of momentum by using this as an assistive tool. The next advantage is that by doing more amount of reps with maximal efforts, you can actually build a lot of strength and muscular endurance for your targeted groups. This is pretty good for people who are not looking at bulking up, but rather want to develop strength and muscular endurance. For somebody like a marathoner or somebody like a swimmer, you don't need to have a very muscular body, so probably you need to have more of a muscular endurance, where you want to do an activity for a pretty prolonged period of time, wherein your muscles should not give up, give you adequate strength. That's a tool to go for. Last but not the least, this is extremely light in weight, portable. You can just pack it, put it in your handbag or in your travel bag or in your pocket and go. You can carry it in your car. You can pretty much do workouts in your hotel room or at your home, on your terrace, on your balcony. So wherever you feel like, it's extremely portable and very inexpensive. So the price for resistance band should be anything between 300 rupees to 1200 or 1500, depending on what brand you're buying and what kind of thickness and what kind of resistive load that you're buying. Obviously, the higher load, you pay a little bit of extra rupees there. So what are the negatives? Is it all that good? No. So if you're somebody who looking to bulk up, look for a hypertrophy and put a lot of stress and build very, very big, strong muscles, then probably this is not a great tool for that particular purpose. You have to really look for more weights which can actually create that kind of a stress which will build your muscles into a little more bigger mass. But this is a great tool for muscular endurance, as I said. Can it help in weight loss? Well, it's like any other weight training tool. If you do it appropriately with a proper plan, added up with your nice controlled diet, accompanied with a high intensity type of an cardio plan, yeah, but then it doesn't guarantee you a weight loss, unlike let's say a proper weight training would help you. So another flip side is that you know what is the maximum equivalent weight that it can generate by looking at the label when you are buying this. So this is something around a 15 kilo equivalent, right? Now that is only when you are putting your maximum efforts and stretching to its maximum point. But what if I'm putting only 50% of effort or 75% of a full? So what is this equivalent weight now? Pretty hard to gauge it. So unlike a free weight where you really know you're lifting a 2 kilo dumbbells or a 5 kilo dumbbells, that's the standard weight irrespective of how much of effort you're going to put. But that's not the case with this. It's pretty difficult to gauge how much of weight you're actually creating in terms of its load if you're not doing to its maximum limit. So that's a little bit of a flip side. The another flip side is that the durability part, because of its elasticity nature, obviously over a period of time there will be wear and tear, and it might lose its original elasticity. So even when you go to its maximum point, you're not really sure if it is really creating a same load as like before. So there is an aging factor around that. That's not the case with the free weights. There are several varieties of resistance bands available in the market. One of its kind is a flat band. It's nothing but a flat, thin layer of rubber cloth, which has open ends, no handles, no grips or nothing, and it comes with varying thickness. So it comes in a variations of 2 kilo equivalent, 3 kilo equivalent, or a 5 kilo equivalent. This is probably a good starting point for an absolute amateur and a beginner. The next one is a resistance band, or also known as a pull-up band, because it primarily helps you to assist in pull-ups. So this comes in 3 variants or 4 variants, 15, 25 and 45, and also there's a 60 kilo variant, and this one is 15 kilo equivalent. Now this is a complete loop, so you can tie it up to any pole, to your chair, onto your sofa, wherever at one point, and use the other point to start doing your workouts in any form, or you can use it in a free shape to different formats. Now that's a stretch tube or a resistance tube. Usually this comes in a solid format or in a hollow format. Now this is a solid one. So this comes in a range of 7 kilos or 10 kilos or 15 kilo. So this one is a 10 kilo equivalent. The advantage here is that you have 2 handles to grip. So you can use this grip for all your workouts. It's much more easy and handy to use. The next one is a figure of 8 band. Comes in a very small in length with a shape of an 8 with 2 handles on the side. So it's pretty small in nature. Because of its shorter length, it creates more resistance, and but has a limitation of using that for a pretty limited types of workouts. Another type you get is a lateral resistance band. Usually instead of a handle, it comes with a cuff or a ring, which you can strap it on your legs. So usually this lateral resistance band is used for a lower body workout, where you'll be strapping it on both the legs and move around and create resistance when you're doing leg-based workouts. All right, so those were the n number of benefits that you can derive from a resistance band, and pretty easy for you to use this to do whole body workout while you're staying home and still taking care of your health. In the next video, I'm going to show some examples of what all body workouts that you can do with this resistance band. So until then, take care, stay home, stay safe, and bye-bye.